Sa. Let's all sing. Sa. Re. Ma. Pa. Da. Ni. Pa. Ma. Pa. Sa. Dha. Ni. Pa. Ga. Ma. Re. Na. Na. Ri. No. Re. Na. 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 No. Ri. Re. Na. No. Na. Re. Na. Na. Ra. Re. Na. Na. Ri. Na. Na. Ri. Re. Na. Na. No. Ri. Re. Na. 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 Ri. Re. Ri. Na. 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 Re. Re. Na. Na. Ri. No. Re. Na. Na. Ri. Re. Na. Ri. Re. Na. Re. Na. Na. Ri. Re. Na. Na. Ta. Ri. Re. Na. Ri. Re. Na. Na. Re. Na. Na. Re. Na. 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 Tha. Na. 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 Re. Na. 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 Re. Na. 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 Nu. Na. 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 ra na 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 re ra re ra ra na ri ra ri ra na 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 ra na na ra na 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 ri ra na 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 ri ra ri ra ri ra ri ra re na 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 ra na 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 ra na ri ra ra na 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 ri 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 शिव 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 शिव
Jai Shri Mataji, welcome to this Wednesday meditation, all my brothers and sisters in the UK and elsewhere. Tonight we will meditate on the subject of what is search culture, second part. Last time we heard the first part. Before we do namaskar and put a bandhan, let's just ascertain for some seconds how are our vibrations in the hands and on the sahasrara. So we'll all now bow down to Sri Mataji without forgetting to put our Ajna Chakra on the ground, asking the Mother Earth to absorb all the blockages from our Ajna Chakra. And then we'll slowly put a bandhan. We'll all do it together. Sri Mataji, this evening, would like to all of us together, go into the state of meditation. This is your state, your domain. So please give us the permission to go into this state of meditation. We humbly request you to let us inside your domain. You can say the third Mahamantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. All throughout the meditation, we'll continuously monitor the vibrations on our Sahasrara. Ours is Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. And as Sri Mataji said last time, all the dharmas have to have a culture. Sri Mataji is trying to explain to us what is Sahaj culture. Sri Ganesha will help us to understand this Sahaj culture, to inculcate within us so that we imbibe those qualities, becomes a part of our nature. So with full attention on Mooladhara Chakra, I pray to Sri Ganesha first of all. Sri Ganesha, please give us the wisdom, please give us the innocence, so that we imbibe this Sahaj culture within us. You can say 4 times the mantra of Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Whenever you say these mantras, especially of Sri Ganesha, try to see what you feel in your Mooladhara chakra. You can feel something moving. You can feel the coolness or the lightness. Or you might not feel anything. It doesn't matter. So we'll now watch the video of Sri Mataji. It's a compilation of several videos on this subject. Then we go into that state of thoughtlessness to meditate and imbibe the Sahaj culture.
With Sahaja Yoga you can do many, many things. But you must know what you can do. For that, Krishna is a very good example. He started Sahaj culture. Culture, I am saying. He didn't give realization to anyone. But he gave the idea of search culture. Now, what's the meaning of the search culture? Is culture is something that is you are groomed, you are brought up in a very natural manner, that you develop a culture. It's more like a childlike, simple, innocent behavior. It is Sri Krishna's introduction of idea of pure joy, Nirmal Anand, which came as a great relief to Indian people because they were following Sri Ramchandra. I asked somebody, what about your bathing? Why don't you take bath? He says, these days it is out of fashion to take bath. Everything seems to be out of fashion. Whatever is in fashion is horrid. It's very fashionable, is another thing people say. It's very fashionable. And whatever is fashionable looks so ugly to me. Now, if you have to take to the search culture, you have to know that we have to have a discipline in our life. We have to have education, we have to have a place, we have to have a position in the society. Because we are not sitting in the Himalayas, somewhere, lost in the Himalayas, sitting there and just doing our tapasya. Tapasya is here, where you live. Otherwise, if you say that, all right, we have to go to Himalayas and then we have to do tapasya in the cold winds, oh, that's very good. Because that looks like something, so you might have a name or something like that. But tapasya is here. The detachment has to be worked out here. You get involved into all these things. In a way, sometimes surprises me. The amount of involvement you have in the things which existed in gross form, they have become subtler and you are still bound by them. There's no freedom. And that's why when you see something absurd happening, you see something funny happening in Sahaja Yoga, it's just a symptom of that thing becoming subtler within us and is expressing itself. Like sometimes you may not see fire, but it exists, and suddenly you find a blast. So transformation, of course, means evolution. It also means that whatever basis you had, you have to evolve out of it. Like a flower blossoming and then becoming the fruit. But it has to drop out many things. And then with the nature, one has to see such a union. In the nature, if you see, it sucks the water. Then the water is evaporated by the sun. Then it becomes the cloud. And then the cloud waits because the leaves drop out. In the winter time, they nourish the tree with their nitrogen. When the time is ready, then these clouds pour down and again nourish the trees. Such a complete balance is in the nature. If it was not, I tell you, we would have said all bald-headed lands here. Like now, I saw some boy in New Zealand, who was really about to be dead. And when he came back, I found the attitude towards him was not kind, as it should have been. But this is the best chance where you should see how you can practice your compassion. We talk of compassion, compassion. Now let us see how we can practice our compassion when this boy is so sick. On the contrary, everybody was harsh on him, were passing remarks at him, doing things like that. Because we have to have compassion. Now mother has said we have to have compassion. Now where do you have our compassion? On the walls, where do we use our compassion? Where do we use our compassion? So Sahaja Yoga is to be practiced doesn't mean that you sit down with my photograph all the time. It doesn't mean that. It means you practice compassion. You practice that. Then you have to practice love. Now how do you practice love with others? If you love someone, what do? You try to please that person. Small things can make people very happy. I know you all try to please me very much. You'll give me presents, you'll find out things which are good for me, you'll go out of the way, buy sweet flowers for me. Beautiful things you do to please me. I am over pleased, I must tell you. But I am more pleased, much more pleased, if you understand collectivity and try to please each other. Such a person pleases me the most, that the attention is more on pleasing each other. As soon as you decide you have to please others, your tongue will become different. It will become a sweet tongue. The tongue which was like a pair of scissors becomes such a beautiful thing of honey. Then you talk little, but you really pour honey on another person, and another person really enjoys it. So now the practice love, where do you practice? Ask you a question. Where do I practice love? What do I love? We love our house, we love our photographs, our decorations, everything. But do I practice this love on my wife or on my husband or on other surgeries? In our Sahaj culture, we have to practice compassion and love. And thirdly, we have to practice patience. I know some children are maybe little more mischievous, some are less mischievous. Maybe some people are very talkative. Sometimes really they give me also a headache. They go on talking so much. Sometimes I think it's good because it's a rest for my mouth. One way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is just switch off your mind, let him talk, take it out, whatever he wants to talk. Once he is finished with it and fagged out, then he won't bother you much. And also he'll feel satisfied that somebody has listened to his practice. So patience is needed. And patience is needed in such a way that others should see your patience. Yesterday, for example, I was sitting for about, 3 hours shaking hands with all sorts of people and all types of problems. And the person who came last, he said, looking at your patience, I developed my own patience. And love gives you patience. This love nourishes you. I'm telling you, it's absolutely down to earth method. Here I have not mentioned that you trust God. I'm just saying trust yourself. Absolutely down to earth, because we are talking about your brain. Now we have been saying that we have to forgive everyone. But we don't practice that. Small, small things like mad people we remember. Only I had heard that snake has this capacity to remember if somebody has hurt him. But here I find human beings have no less capacity. Whatever has happened 13 years back, 15 years back, they all remember each and everything. Whatever has hurt them. But how they have hurt others, they don't remember. How they have been nasty to others, don't remember. Because this is a human mind which has got the ego. It can go on hurting others, it doesn't feel anything. And the superego which goes on receiving all the hurts and always complaining about it. There must be 25-30% people who may not be on this line. Like I have seen, once I was traveling by taxi, the taxi driver asked me if I had Marlboro or cigarettes, or another intention or something like that. But there are very few people. And such people have to still evolve with your levels. But when there is vacuum, all kinds of things are sucked. I feel there are many things from the West, which is a wasteland I call, are sucked also, like drugs, like this mad music, AIDS, and other diseases. But the worst is Freud's idea of free love, which has also very much benefited. I think the communist government didn't want to be bothered about your morality at all. They wanted to enjoy their power, so they said, do what you like, we don't care, as long as you allow us to have the power. So this free love business has gone too far also in Russia and Ukraine. But those who are on the Mahalakshmi principle have to know one thing, that morality is the basis of your personality. That is the strength of Sri Ganesha. If this strength is not manifested, then one will never go up to the point which is desired. So in our Sahaj culture, we have to understand that morality is extremely important for Mahalakshmi principle. Because of the Western culture just coming into this vacuum, it's very dangerous. I have to tell you again and again, be careful. Many people who came to Sahaja Yoga, not only in Russia but otherwise, have fallen off because of their immoral attachments. But in a very sahaj manner, you can be moral. You do not have to force yourself or compel yourself, but spontaneously you will manifest morality in your lifestyle. In India, we have some immoral people, no doubt, but it is not their lifestyle. So, some people may be immoral, they are hypocritical, but they are not the whole of the society. Moreover, the responsibility is more on them to respect their child. If a woman is moral, then the children become moral, and the husband also comes to morality. But if the woman is immoral, then the whole society is fixed. So the responsibility of keeping the social balance in society is entirely of women. That means you have to be alert as to see that you do not deviate from the path balance and Mahalakshmi into something that is destroyed. All the prophets have created a sense of balance, righteousness of dharma. The reason is that they were in the void in the Bhavasagar. Moreover, the more rigid is the religion, like Catholic or Islamic, then people tend to be immoral because they are suppressed. So they want to take out their oppression in this way that they just go amok. So we should also understand that the sense of morality is given to us already innately placed within us. Even if you see small girls or small boys, they have a great sense of shame. Now this innate sense keeps the children innocent and they do not like things which are repulsive or destructive spontaneously. But as you grow, suddenly this Mahalakshmi principle starts moving away from its central point. Very surprising and so deeply. When I walked out of the room, they all came after me. That you don't see in Western countries, that kind of a thing. All of them walked after me, ran after me. They wanted to give their addresses and they wanted me to go to their country and this and that. I said, all right, I'll come. We took their addresses, even from Romania, everywhere. And they went back. Within 8 days, one could figure out the thing. It worked because they were so deep. Because they were so much equipped to trigger the happening. That's how they triggered their country and how they worked it out. So if we live on a superficial level of Sahaja Yoga, then we cannot do much for ourselves nor for the country, and it's just a wasteful life, neither here nor there. It's like a seed which is sprouted and has not grown into the tree. So first of all, we have to learn that we have to become very deep people, very deep. We must teach our depth. I've heard that people come to pujas and things and their main interest is in food. As soon as the puja is over, they just rush for food. How can you? Now after puja you get into a mood, after meditation you get into a mood of meditative nature and you just sit down and you can't get up because you have fallen into the well sort of thing happens. How can you just get up and walk for cakes or things? You can't think about it. So then judge yourself, how you are, how far you are. You have to work out your vibrations because you are going to create that beautiful vision in this country for your children, for yourself, for the whole country, ultimately for the whole world. But if you do not take it up seriously, just by the way, Sahaja Yoga is just by the way, it doesn't work out. It has to be way of life. And in everything that you do, it has to be a Sahaj culture. And in Sahaj culture, so many things are to be understood, that this is natural, this is real, and we have to accept the way it is. So many things are happening in the West which I think are just destructive, absolutely destructive to the society. The society is not at all looked after here. The highest personality can sacrifice anything and can give up anything, but they cannot give up the feeling they have for innocence. It's very remarkable. We don't realize how much there is this ocean of protection and love for the innocent. What attracts the greatest strength is when we see an innocent person, innocent children are under attack. That's the beauty of human beings. Of course, there are many human beings who can be cruel, who are, I would say, I call them devils, maybe. But when it comes to children and to innocent people, everyone feels is a responsibility. It's difficult for normal human beings to be innocent because they have kind of a understanding that they are something great, that they understand everything, that they can analyze everything, and they could be crooks, they could be aggressive, they could be troublesome, they could be anything. And they can give explanation for that, doesn't matter. But still, on the whole, they can never be respected. And they can never be honored for the thing they are doing. For us, the SYUK the search culture is to respect your innocence. You might feel a little bit cheated. You might feel a little bit dominated. You might feel a little bit disgraced. But SYUK have to be innocent, because with them lies the power of Sri Ganesha. They should not feel dejected. If they are being used, insulted, tortured, dominated, it's all right. They should not try to destroy the innocence of other people, of anyone. Automatically it will work. You will be amazed that when innocence is charged, all the goodness of the world comes to the rescue of that. Example of this is the recent war, so-called war of America, where innocent people, they had done nothing wrong, have been tortured, have been killed. At that time, all over the world is a big support for them. Every country, whether it believes in those people or not, is anxious to look after those who have done this crime. They may not be belonging to the same religion, they may not be belonging to the same country, they may not be belonging to the same crimes. But at this moment, who does not take the side of the innocents will be singled out and will be destroyed, no doubt about it. Once for all, they will learn a lesson that you cannot attack innocent people. So, you see, it's a kind of a great collectivity of housewives that has to work out. They have common problems. They have to face their children. They have to look after the household, everything. I mean, there are so many common problems with the housewives. And the housewife also knows all little things. You see, men, at least in India, don't know much because they live in the air, I think. So the women have more sense in this respect for small things. They are quite aware. It's very interesting sometimes. The men commit mistakes of such a great humor, because they do not deal with day-to-day life, with all the problems of daily life. On one side, the woman housewife has to deal with the daily life. On the other side, she has to look after her family, her children. Also, poor thing, she is responsible for the society. She has to maintain the society. In a country where women are sensible and are matured, you will be amazed that they become extremely good families, good societies, and good children. That's why I must say India is a very good country of very good society. This has come out of the housewives, the Griha Lakshmis of the house, who have done all the work that is important as far as the culture is concerned. This kind of thing is very much in India. And with that, what you find, that the people respect the housewives. So respecting the housewife is the most important thing in our SYUK culture. But that doesn't mean that the women should try to dominate and trouble and fight with the husbands. But it means a very important position in the society of a housewife. She is treated as something like a Devi only. But she too has to be a Devi. If you treat her like a doormat, then children will never respect her. If you don't pay proper respect to her, the children won't respect the mother, and there will be no impact of the mother on the children. As a result, the children get wayward. And in the societies or in the countries where the mother is not respected, you will find the children become extremely dominating, hot-tempered, and horribly uncollected. One should not try to look younger and just all the time make your life miserable by trying to keep your husband attached to you. Because by that, you will lose your powers, your Shakti. But if your husband is a man of character, then you must respect him and support him in every way and tolerate him as far as possible. Yesterday I saw many ladies have cut their hair. Please do not play into the hands of these entrepreneurs. They know how to befool you. I have seen horrible things happening because these entrepreneurs try to entice by advertisement. Recently in Paris they said we should have 6 inches of skirts. I know where we could get long skirts. Imagine in all these cold countries, so many got varicose veins. They start styles for hair, for body, for faces. They start all kinds of nonsense. But Sahajoginis should understand what are they up to. You should not fall into their traps at all. So you are the goddess of the family, you have the Shakti, and you have to be very careful. Moreover, you are Sahajoginis. So you shouldn't allow your Sahasrara to be touched by anyone. And your power comes from your chastity. Thousands of women in India committed suicide because they didn't want any man to touch their body. Now you are in SYUK culture, and in SYUK culture we have to behave in a very dignified, matured manner. When you are small girls, you are also goddesses. That time you are innocent. Then you get married. It's a very big thing that you are a married woman is very auspicious. Then after marriage you have children. It's even greater honor for you because you are mothers. We are not actresses. We are mothers. And you should be proud of being a mother. And you should be proud of your children. Then you become grandmothers. I think this is a very great achievement. And you should feel very proud of your age, that you are a grandmother. If you will go on struggling for looking young, you will look very old. You see your mother is 70 years of age, and I don't look my age, that's what they say. I have never bothered about my looks. I have no time. I have so many children. And I am very proud of my age also. With age, you grow, you mature, you are wiser. Then you have all the assets of your personality. If you really respect your age, people will come to you for advice, help, and then you can spread circle. There are so many complications with these entrepreneurs, the way they try to exploit women. May God bless you.
Thank you, Sri Mataji. Thank you very much for this beautiful talk. Your divine words. Trying to explain to us what is Sahaj culture. As Sri Mataji says, this Sahaj culture we can imbibe only through meditation. So we'll just go into the state of thoughtlessness. We can put our right hand on the forehead crosswise, press it from both the sides. We just, with all the sincerity we have, can say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Just give me the courage, strength to forgive everyone. And not to remember what bad things they've done. And let me forgive all the persons, all the human beings in the whole world. Can say twice the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And just before taking down the hand, we just rub it on our forehead from left to the right. Shake it off on the right side. And same time we say, Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. I forgive others and forgive myself. Now we can take down our hand. Try to see on our Ajna chakra. Try to feel the thoughtlessness. Literally see it. Absolutely no thoughts. Let us stabilize this thoughtless state. For going and meeting Sri Mataji in the Sahasrara. So now we can go meet Sri Mataji in the Sahasrara. See a small video of Sri Mataji where she's giving us a small prayer. We can repeat that later on. Just watch it first.
पाहिजे म्हणजे आपलं कनेक्शन राहिलं पाहिजे सारखं. यू हॅव टू आस्क प्लीज सस्टेन माय योगा. Then please increase my yoga shakti. And lastly, please allow my spirit to spread its light in my attention. Mother, please give me the boon of your grace.
So we'll all say it together with Sri Mataji, like Sri Mataji said it. We'll put our hand on the Sahasrara, massage it a bit. You say it after me. Mother, please sustain my yoga. Mother, please increase my yoga shakti. Mother, please allow my spirit to spread its light in my attention. Please allow my spirit to spread its light in my attention. And lastly, Mother, please give me the boon of your grace. So you can take down the hand and remain in meditation, totally silent for quite some time now. So now you can put the right hand on the center heart, left hand on the right hand, bend the head slightly in the front, and you say in our heart, Sri Mataji, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to meditate in your presence. Thank you very much for all the things you're doing for me, for us. Thank you again and again for coming on this earth, choosing me as your child, helping me to evolve. Also forgiving us for all the things which we are doing against your principles, against your culture. Thank you, Sri Mataji. So we can all sing the three Mahamantras. Can you please put it?
Uncle, I don't have it. It's not ready, sorry.
Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय। जय श्री माताजी. So we can all bow down to Sri Mataji, thank her again, put a bandhan. I wish you a very good night and see you next time. Enjoy yourself. Jai Sri Mataji.